everyone, from the North Carolina Motor Speedway. We're here today to cover the Unocal 76 World Championship Pit Crew Challenge. $24,000 on the line for these pit crews here this afternoon. This is the 26th time they have done this Pit Crew Challenge. Working with me, Jeff Hammond. Jeff, you're a winner of the Pit Crew Challenge. What's going through everyone's mind as they get ready to go here?
Well, Barney, obviously the $24,000 is up for grabs. Everybody right now has been really pumped up for this thing and really excited. I had never seen a group of guys work so hard in my life, getting ready to come down here just for today.
Well, the weather's going to be great for it. The action is coming up in just a moment, so stay tuned.
Brought to you by Castrol Syntec, the new synthetic oil that protects in ways other oils can't.
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a new synthetic oil. The rest with conventional oils. They were then drained and started without oil to prove. You see, Syntec's unique molecular structure bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
You can bring your favorite sport, baseball, basketball, or football, into your home or office with illustrated clocks from Sports Time. Each sports clock is 11 by 11 inches, made of aluminum and powered by a battery-operated quality quartz movement. Award-winning artist Howard Cosman devoted over 300 hours of illustration to create the artwork on each clock face. These sports clocks are so unusual, they could easily become collector's items. They make a great gift for big leaguers and little leaguers. And whenever they check the time, they'll remember who gave them the clock. These sports clocks are only $29.95 each. To order, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-257-0800. That number again, 1-800-257-0800. Tell the operator which clock you want, baseball, basketball, or football, or send your check or money order to the address on the screen.
Today on TNN Motorsports, the end is here. Your last shot at NASCAR on TNN till next year. So don't miss it. Live from Hickory, North Carolina. Pantry 500 today, 2 Eastern on TNN. Join Supergroup Alabama, Joe Diffie, Ricky Van Shelton, and Lori Morgan for the farewell event. Alabama salutes Richard Petty live Saturday night at 7 Eastern on TNN. Long live the King.
Welcome back to the North Carolina Motor Speedway. Well, Jeff Hammond, the rules are certainly going to play an important part in this Pit Crew Championship today for these teams.
Believe me, they do, Barney. And unfortunately, I've been on both situations. The rules have helped, me win some time here, some money here, and also I've been a victim of the rules. The rules today, the way they're set up to keep it even for everybody, if you break them, your whole day is ruined. But if you have a real good day and don't break the rules, it's a chance for everybody to make some money.
Why don't we check in with Bill Weber and take a look at the rules for today's competition?
Well, Barney and Jeff, each car will come down pit road, and the driver will trip the first of 2 electronic devices. That's when this race really begins. The car goes into the pit, the crew comes over the wall, changes 4 tires, dumps in 2 cans of Unocal 76 racing fuel. The jackman drops the car, the driver will leave the pit and trip that second electronic device. That clock and gives us a time. Then inspectors will check the car for possible infractions, such as loose lug nuts or too much fuel left in the dump cans. And those infractions will result in critical penalty seconds. Now, earlier this morning, I had a chance to talk with NASCAR's Gary Nelson about exactly what his inspectors will be looking for.
Well, before the race starts, we inspect the car, sure that they don't have any special lug nuts or lug studs or anything to keep the car, or to make the car any different from how they would race it tomorrow. And there's a lot of ingenious little things that they might try to do, where they'll put some short shock absorbers on the car, so when they jack it up, the wheel doesn't really stand down. But they won't race it that way, so we check that, and we look at the lug nuts, we weigh the tires. We want to make sure the car is just like it would be when they race it Sunday.
Well, it's safe to say that in 1992, like just about every other racing season, several Winston Cup events have been won or lost right here in the pits. And with the defending of this race, let's go to my colleague, Randy Pemberton.
Bill, I am standing by with the defending champions of this event. They set a world record last year. Of course, Donnie Wingo, the crew chief, and car owner Bud Moore. The world record was 22.565 seconds. First of all, Donnie, what's it going to take to defend this championship?
Well, everybody has together, and the biggest key to winning this thing is you got to have a perfect stop. Everything's got to go right. You can't have any penalties.
Well, no penalties, that is certainly the key. And last year, Bud, you guys said you never practiced pit stops, but this year we saw a lot of Winston Cup teams getting faster and faster on pit road. Have you practiced for this event?
Well, we have not for this event. Like I say, we practice every Sunday at the races, and there's a lot of teams getting better on pit road. We've watched that, but we feel like under competition when it comes down to wire, our team will beat them all.
No question about it. This team is a superior team on pit road. They should have a good shot at defending their title. Well, Randy, you're correct. Bud Moore's team is the team probably to beat here today because of their great performance last year. But, Barney, I got news for you. If they look behind them, there's about 18 or 20 other teams that are coming after them.
Yeah, these teams are getting tuned up right now and ready to go. Stay tuned. We'll have the action for you in a minute.
Are you running around in circles trying to friend those hips? Hi, I'm Jack LaLanne, and I've developed a better way to get in shape. It's my new Jack LaLanne stepper, and it's guaranteed to strengthen firm and tone your body into shape faster than ever. It's sensational. Look, my stepper has been designed to target the muscles in your hips and buttocks, thighs and calves, so every step is more effective. Add the upper body exercise, complete low-impact aerobic workout. Lean backwards, and you'll work the upper and lower abdominals. Burn body fat faster. Lose calories and develop firm, shapely muscles with one incredible exercise machine. Don't waste time at the gym waiting for the stair machine. The Jack LaLanne stepper is so compact, so convenient, you'll never miss a work. Strictly portable. It easily stores under the bed or in your closet. Best of all, my stepper is so simple to use. Simply adjust the dial to your fitness level. Increase the stair height for an intense workout. Get the maximum workout in minimum time.
Jack Stepper works for every age group and for every fitness level. It helps to improve the cardiovascular system, Jack.
Right, Elaine. And remember, eat right. Use the Jack LaLanne stepper for just 15 minutes a day, 3 days a week, and you'll replace ugly fat with lean muscle in no time. It's the greatest. Now through Telebrand, you can own the Jack LaLanne stepper for only 3 easy payments of $29.95. We'll include the performance chart to help you track your progress. And if you order now, I'll also include this special instructional video that shows you step-by-step how to get and stay in shape with a stepper. That's a $20 value, absolutely free. You know, there is a better way. The Jack LaLanne stepper. So what are you waiting for? Do it today.
Have your and call 1-800-776-8200. 3 payments of $29.95. Or send check or money order for $89.85 plus $9.95 shipping to the address on your screen. Sorry, no CODs accepted. Call now 1-800-776-8200.
Well, we're down to it. Time to get rid of the butterflies and go to work. And the first car on pit road will be the Purex Ford. That's Lake Speed, and they're already behind.
That's correct, Barney. This year, NASCAR came up with a new rule that requires the driver and crew chief to attend a pre-race meeting. Neither one attended. They were assessed a 2-second penalty for that.
So this team knows that their chances of winning are nil, but they're going to try and come out of this thing with the best time, overcome that 2-second penalty. The left front tire comes off. It goes on. They hit the lug nuts, get the car ready to drop, and go out of the pits, and they're hoping they won't have any penalties other than that 2 second.
And Lake almost stalls the car leaving the pits also, Barney, so that's also going to hurt them. Let's see what the penalties may be. 33.5 penalties. Uh-oh, not too good.
Next car, Jimmy Spencer. Now, this is only his second race in this car.
That's true. He's also come in a little bit too slow today. I can tell you right now, that's going to really hurt them in today's competition.
Jackman gets the car up in a hurry. They go to work on changing the right side tires. No lost motion whatsoever for these pit crews. Every step means something. They're on the car.
Any kind of trouble can really hurt you. Glenn Bobo has a little trouble getting the left front tire off, and now he's got it back on. They're just about done with the stop. Jimmy's down and away.
Down and away, and they're moving down now, and they'll be checking the 80-pound torque required on the lug nuts on these cars. Here's the NASCAR inspector, Walter Wallace.
Let's see if they have anything here. 30.152 seconds.
Here comes Kenny Schrader as you see the board come down. That's what he's aiming for. That's where he needs to stop the car. This could be a quick one.
Yes, Marty, we're still looking for our first penalty-free stop, and these guys are capable of doing it. They really swarm over the car. Danny Heike, David Oliver, and the whole crew, they're really working hard trying to get a good Kodiak Chevrolet today.
Jackman is around to the left side of the car. There's David Oliver handing the left front tire in there. He just can't make any mistakes at all in this business.
Looks good so far. Good stop, good stop.
That is a good stop. Let's go down to Randy Pemberton.
You happy with the stop?
Yes, that was a real good stop. That's as good as we could have done.
So they've got the time to beat, 23.142 seconds. Jeff Hammond, here's some old friends of yours.
Yes, Barney. Next up is going to be the Weston Auto Chevrolet with Darrell Waltrip. As you can see, the guys are real intense and ready to go. Okay, guys, nice smooth one. Doug's trying to, get the guys calmed down. Here comes DW down pit lane. He's good about getting the car in the pit correctly.
Darrell Waltrip makes a good stop, keeps the car out from the wall, gives the team plenty of room to work on the left side of the car. That's very important. It's ticking for him right now.
I have just a little bit of problem with the right rear. It didn't quite get done like it needs to. But Doug Richard, one of the better tire changers in the business, you'll notice how quick he really is. They work a wrench. They really work a wrench well.
They get the left side on, drop the jack, car is down and away. Not a bad time.
Yeah, but not quite good enough. 27.259 with penalties.
A lot of cars as we continue here into the competition. This is Jimmy Hensley with his crew chief, Bob Johnson, as they go to work on his car.
Yes, Barney. 35.131 seconds with 3 loose lug nuts.
Here's Ricky Rudd in the Tide Chevrolet. Gary Dehart's the crew chief. This is a good race team.
It really is, Barney. This is another good crew from the Hendrick Motorsports stable. 26.758. No penalties. Good stop.
Rick Mass will bring in the Oldsmobile. Richard Jackson is the crew chief. They're looking for a good stop.
Yeah, Barney, let's see how they come out. 13 seconds of penalty. They won't be happy with this.
Here's Davey Allison, a contender for the Winston Cup Championship this year, and he puts the car right on the money.
Joey Knuckles goes to work on the right front tire. Let's see how they come out. 9 seconds of penalty. That's left in 10. Not too good.
Here's Brett Bodine to make the stop, and remember, they're all looking for those penalty-free stops.
Yeah, Barney, this here is one of the more consistent teams on the racetrack and on pit road. No penalties. 25.738 seconds. Good money run.
Young upcoming driver Chad Little brings the car in. Now, this crew are winners in the pit crew competition.
Yeah, they got a lot of prestige to try to hold up here. Another no penalty run. They're starting to get cranked up now, Barney.
Here comes Ernie Irvin in the Kodak film car, and he's got one of the best crews in the business.
Yeah, Barney. Johnny Townsend, Clint Ballard, Tony Glover, all of them very quick, very intense individuals. I mean, they really go hard at what they're doing. You watch and see, these guys are really fast.
Johnny Townsend really working on that right front tire. You might say they're looking for a picture-perfect stop here.
Absolutely. Let's see how it comes out here. I know Clint Ballard's really working hard. Look to send off for giving.
Boy, they came close to having the best time of the day. Why don't we get a word from Bert?
Tony just missed it. Boy, that was a good stop, though.
Now, I tell you, the guys did a great job. I'm real proud of them, and I wish it had been a little quicker, but that's a lot better than we've done before, so we'll take it.
A little disappointment for Tony Glover, but they'll be back next year just like all the rest for the Unocal Pit Crew Championship.
And here's the defending champions. They set a world record. A little bit nervous this morning. Bill Weber, what's the feeling there now?
Well, Donnie, defending champs right down to it now. Any last second encouragement or advice for your guys? What have you told them?
Nah, we're just going to try to do like we did last year, just have a good, smooth stop and no penalties.
Bud Moore, the car owner, watching his car, getting ready to come in, a little bit nervous. Crew up on the wall. Intensity in these guys' faces.
You can really tell it. Donnie Wingo, Danny Fowler, Harold Stott, all these guys have been together a long time. It really showed last year when they set a new world record and broke what used to be the Flying Aces with them.
The key man on a pit stop is the jack man, and that's Danny Fowler. Watch how quick he gets that car up. He is really working at it.
That's the key, getting around that car and getting the car up on the left side. That's where you make them all your time. They're down and away, Barney. A new world's record, if it holds.
If they don't have any penalties, they're waiting to hear now. Let's see what they're going to get. Oh, 9-second penalty. The expression on their face says it all. The Motorcraft Ford team will not be repeated this year.
Well, Barney, so far we've seen some great competition, but I got news for you. It's a long ways from being over.
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams yet to go in the Unocal 76 Pit Crew Challenge. Don't you go away. We'll be...
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a new synthetic oil. The rest with conventional oils. They were then drained, started without oil to proof of point. You see, Syntec's unique molecular structure bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oil. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways others can't.
Rex, go give me the vice grip pliers. Thanks, Rex.
Vice Grip locking pliers, the handyman's best friend.
My dandruff shampoo is good.
Better try something else. Mine really works.
You'd better try something else, like Selsun Blue. Doctors recommend it more than all leading brands. Selsun Blue. Doctor recommended #1.
Unbelievable. Spectacular. Breathtaking. Crash Impact. 60 minutes of crash action in this special edition 2-volume set. See outrageous motocross and road racing action, sensational Indy cars, Grand Prix, NASCAR, monster trucks, powerboats, and more. Only $19.95. This exclusive 2-tape set is jam-packed with magnificent racing and crash action footage featuring top drivers from our world. Order now and get absolutely free Havoc 1, over 45 minutes of rare footage, including some of the most thrilling and horrifying moments that made early racing history. And you'll get this incredible 2-tape offer, plus your Havoc video free. 3 tapes that'll blow you away. Guaranteed or your money back.
Toll free 1-800-228-2229. That's 1-800-228-2229. Or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3.95 for shipping and handling.
At the North Carolina Motor Speedway, boy, Jeff Hammond, the top 2 teams right now, awfully close.
I guarantee you, Bonnie, right now, Tony Glover and his guy at 3/100ths per second, if that time stands.
And a lot of good teams, except for some penalties, would be right up in the thick of things, but the penalties have been the key here today.
It always is, Barney. If you don't have a penalty, you have a chance.
There's Tim Brewer. He's the crew chief for the Budweiser Ford and one of the most solid teams in this business.
That's correct, Barney. Juniors have been top contenders in this competition. And I know how Tim handles pressure and everything. Let's just see how these guys are handling everything. He's really good at it.
No, we ain't ready, baby. We're having some strategy here. We're contemplating who's going to fall down. Right now, we're voting on Bud. Ready? Yeah.
Tim Brewer kind of get his guys loosened up here as they get ready for this pit stop. They'll be all business when that car comes in. Bud Green is the man they're talking about there.
Yeah, little Bud. Everybody likes to pick on Bud because he really takes the joke real well. As we see, here comes Bill out down pit road as he brings the Budweiser Ford into the pit area and stops it dead on the money.
Guys, they won't waste any motion whatsoever. That's Mike Hill changing the right rear tire. Pete Peterson on the front of the car.
Mark Cass is Jackman, and there goes Darrell Andrews, one of the best tire carriers in the business. Mark comes around to the left side. Tim moves to the left front. You see Henry Benfield putting gas in the car. Let's see how things go here, Brian.
It's got to be pretty strong to swing those tires around like you do.
Look, Henry pushing the car. That's a no-no. That's a no-no, Barney.
And Dick Beatty standing right on top of Henry Benfield. Henry's trying to say, well, I didn't push that car. Beatty saying, yes, you did. And Dick Beatty gets his man.
And here are the Flying Aces, Barney, 4 times winners of this competition, and they're probably one of the best crews on pit road.
Now, new rule this year, they missed the drivers' meeting. They're 1 second down. Let's see if they can overcome that.
Richard, I know you guys want to win this championship back. You had it so many years in a row. You're coming in here with a bit of a handicap with a 1-second penalty to get it started. How are you going to pull it off this year?
We just got to go for it. Those things happen in anything. I think we still got a good shot. If we did a little practice the other day. If we get some time the other day, we'll be okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Time to get down to it. Here comes Dale Earnhardt. Now, he's a little bit fast. He locks the brakes up and slides in, Jeff.
He really does. The guys really, react to it real quick. Kurt, Will Lynn, Dave, and all the guys, they know how to handle this kind of situation. We'll see how things kind of progress.
Now, you watch these guys. They don't really look like they're working all that fast. Really get things done. They're around to the left side of the car.
Barney, look. David has no room to work. That big slide is Earnhardt coming on. He's really messed him up. He can't get the jack where he needs to get it.
And the car too close to the wall.
As you can see, David is completely upset about everything because it really throws his timing off. I've been there before, and you can't work the...
That was 23.735. How'd you guys feel about it?
It was pretty slow. We got a little bit off on the car placement there and got us a little too close to the wall, and I think it crowded everybody on getting the left side on fast enough. Pretty good stop, no penalties. We hadn't done that in a couple of years, so that's an improvement.
Now, no penalties on the stop, but 1 second missing the meeting this morning. Coming up next, the Snickers car. Let's go down to Bill Weber.
Ken, how about it this morning? It's spotlight's on you guys today. Any special strategy going in here?
No, we're going to do it normal. We tried special last year, and it backfired on us, so we're just going to let them do their normal way. They've been practicing, doing pretty good, so we'll see what they do with it. All right, thanks.
Ken Wilson, the crew chief. Now here comes their driver in the Snickers car. That's Dick Trickle. He's one of the oldest competitors in the business, and the time to beat still held by Kenny Schrader.
Yeah, Barney, the Snickers guys, they've been kind of underrated also this year. They've been working real hard. They've made some personnel changes to try to pick up their effort a little bit. I know Ken is, he's the former winner with the Petty Bunch on this Unocal stuff, so he knows what it takes to get a good crew together.
Stop's looking real good so far. Very fast. Clock ticking away. Not a bad time as they pull the car out of the pits.
Good time. Good solid time. Let's see how the penalties come out on this deal. There's Morris Metcalf, NASCAR official timer and scorekeeper.
And Metcalf indicates no penalties, so the stop will stand. And here are the Wood brothers. Their stop. They were the first winners of the Unocal Championship some 26 years ago. And they're still quick. 25.736 seconds, no penalty.
Next, we have the Mellow Yellow Pontiac with Bob Pemberton, crew chief. Probably some improved team on pit road this year. Let's see how they fare. Loose lug nut, 25.654 seconds.
Alan Kowicki with the Hooters Ford is crew chief Paul Andrews, one of the most dedicated teams in the business. 26.785 seconds, 3-second penalty.
Here's Barry Dawson, crew chief man on the Purelator Chevrolet, driven by Derek Coe. Let's see how his team fares today. 29.900 seconds.
Mark Martin in the Valvoline Ford on pit road. Steve Meal, the crew chief. They're one of the favorites to win the pit crew competition today. 25.032 seconds, good, but not good enough.
Washington Redskins coaches Joe Gibbs, Interstate Battery Special. Jimmy Maycar, the crew chief. This is their first time in the competition. Let's see how they fare. 29.980 seconds with 6 seconds to finish.
Here comes a team that can win this thing. Mike Beam has won it before as crew chief of Bill Elliott, the Maxwell House Coffee Car. Sterling Marlin is the driver. Let's see what they can do.
Guys go to work on the right side. Let's see how everything kind of goes here on the right side, Barney, because, you know, that's where a lot of times are won or lost and see how things kind of go along here.
Jackman drop.
Whoa, wait. Hey, Barney, you see that?
The jack across the hood of the car. That's the first in this business.
They had another miscue right on the left front. I can't believe what they did with that jack, but what they did with the jack may have hurt them on the left side. They had the left front trying to get it to exchange.
That jack across the hood could have been the trick of the day. Let's check in with Mike Beam.
That was unbelievable. You guys and these pit crews never stop coming up with stuff. How did you come up with that one?
Well, our jack man, Steve, I think he's just lazy and he didn't want to carry it around the car. I swear it'll work, but we just wanted to try it, and I tell you, we had a good time doing it. That's the main thing. We had fun doing it.
Competition continues. Here comes Ted Musgrave. Sandy Jones is the crew chief on this one.
Let's see how Sandy boys fight. He won't be happy with this one here today.
Here's the STP Pontiac. Richard Petty, the driver. Robbie Loomis, the crew chief.
See how the King and Robbie did it here today. A ton of problems. 57.360. Not a good finish for the King.
Terry Labonte, the driver. Crew chief Dewey Livengood, hoping top.
Yeah, Terry and Dewey been together for a long time. 31.291 seconds. A couple loose lug nuts.
Michael Waltrip in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Doug Hewitt, the crew chief. They come over the wall like a prison break there.
Yeah, they got a new crew chief and 25.183 second stop. Not too bad. No penalty.
Bobby Hamilton in the country car. Dave Feuds, the crew chief.
Yeah, Bobby's a former Rookie of the Year winner. 27.379. No penalties again. Another good stop.
Howard Comstock, the crew chief on the Keystone Beer car. Wally Darlingback Jr. Boy, they're looking for a good stop today.
Yeah, Wally's another first-time contender in this competition. 30.645, but they did have a penalty.
Well, we're down to it. Just 2 teams left to go in the competition. Kenny Schrader is still the leader, but here comes a team that can beat him. Rusty Wallace is the driver. Buddy Parrott is a former winning crew chief.
That's right, Barney. They got several guys on there have been on winning teams before. Bill Wilburn, Scott Kaluka. All these guys have won before, so we'll have to see how they kind of come out here. They're looking good.
Good stop. Now, they're not going to take any chances. They're going to check the right side lug nuts twice.
The little miscue on the left front, I noticed, might have cost them a little bit of time. Bill's a little bit late getting done. Rusty's away, though. 23.211. A good time, but not quite good enough.
And if they don't have any penalties, that could be good for third overall at this stage.
Exactly right. Third place there, Barney.
Harry Gant, the final car. He and crew chief Andy Petrie missed the mandatory meeting this morning. They're 2 seconds down already.
17 seconds of penalties. Man, that's the crew chief's nightmare.
Well, Jeff Hammond, I think we saw some of the best competition we've seen in this pit crew contest in a long time.
That's right, Barney. But as we talked about, if you don't make a mistake, you wind up in victory lane. I know it wasn't 18-second stops at the Schrader's bunch of practice at the shop, but it was mistake-free, and it was good enough for the win today.
Let's go down to victory lane with Randy Pemberton and visit with the winning crew chief.
Well, Barney, Jeff, it was a certainly exciting competition. Nobody more excited than you guys in the Air Canada. Chief, great job today.
Yeah, I'm excited for the guys. Like I said earlier, they worked awfully hard. I don't think anybody really expected that these guys would come through. They've never really been rated, but they've been working hard, and today it's paid off, and I'm proud of them.
And Kenny, I know it means a lot to you to have your guys work as hard as they do for you.
Most certainly, but we have had troubles with pit stops in the past, and this year, I mean, they've really been good, and the guys just keep slugging, and, the main deal was just no penalties, and they got a quick one and no penalties, so, I mean, I feel super for them.
Okay, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Kenny Slater almost looked like he is in a state of shock that his team world record, but a good time.
A real good time, but I got news for you. Buddy Parrott and Tony Glover, they'll be sitting in the trailer, kicking themselves, trying to find that hundredths of a second that cost them today's win.
And we saw a lot of teams that we expected to do much better that had penalties, finished far back in the pack. And what about the jack across the hood that we saw today? Man, that was a first.
You got that right, and I can guarantee you this, if NASCAR won't put up with that, they won't want to see that on Sunday or any more of this kind of competition. So look for a ruling on that.
Mike Beam summed it up best by saying it's been fun for everyone. Jeff Hammond, thanks for your expertise.
Well, Barney, I tell you what, it's been a real pleasure working with you here today. But to be honest with you, I love commentating, but next year I'm looking forward to being right back there doing what I like doing best, competing in this competition.
Well, that'll wrap it up here for the North Carolina Motor Speedway for the 26th Annual Unocal 76 Pit Crew Challenge. We'll look forward to seeing you next year. So long, everybody.